Hey everybody, welcome to the Warframe weekly reset. It is the kissing week if you... Yeah, if you have it unlocked, have fun everybody. That's Eleanor, she's as shameless as a she-wolf, so... I wonder how you'd feel about spending a moment or two in another's company around midnight tonight. Promise not to be on my best behavior. Anyways, welcome everyone. We have the Warframe weekly reset, and that means free loot, and let's go over everything this week. Should be a pretty calm week overall. I might be making a video going over a lot of the Switch 2 stuff because, man, it's getting pretty crazy. But hey, remember everyone, you can get the Wolf Sledge right now in Warframe, Dex Furus, as well as a weapon slot, Community Clem Comic Glyph, and primary arcane adapter just by logging in and running some alerts. So that's like the big brunt of all of the free loot right now. It's pretty good. There's always new 12-year anniversary loot if you log in every week to farm. We have weekly Barrow as well in April, so it's just going to be like a pretty busy time overall with the 12th anniversary and all of the other loot in general like that. So keep that in mind. It's just going to be a little busy. Not super busy, but like still a little busy. And now with the weekly Archon hunt, we also have the Amber Archon shard, cast speed, and whatever else you feel like using that one on. So not too bad. Yeah, good to start to the week. Let's take a look at the Circuit Incarnon weapons, okay? We have, not bad. It's a good week. Boar Incarnon. I do like the Boar Incarnon. Gamma Core Incarnon. I haven't used it enough, to be honest, but I don't think it's the best or anything. Anku Incarnon. Okay. Haven't bothered getting that. It's going to be good. It's a melee slash, right? It's good, but it's just another melee. We have the Gorgon Incarnon, Exploding Heat. It is a pretty decent one. I don't think it's insane, but I do like it. But, I mean, everything in Warframe at this point seems kind of good, so yeah. And then the Prisma Angstrom Incarnon. I don't love it, but it is a little interesting because fireballs ricochet towards enemies in Incarnon form. All pretty interesting. I myself am choosing the Anku, and then probably one of these, something like that. Let me take a sweet screenshot of these, but I don't really like highly recommend any of these outside of the Boar. I really like the Boar. It's a chill beam weapon and no shock. Everyone likes it. The Gamma Core, I think, is like a pull-in AoE, so it operates like a Proboscis Cernos, right? It's pretty good if you want CC, actually, so it's pretty interesting. This one, slash dash for all attacks after a successful slide attack in Incarnon form. So this one's if you specifically want to do like slash and slide attacks, it's really good, but not fun overall. This one's just decent overall, but I don't think it's amazing. I'd need to try it more. It is explosive, so it's better CC than others, so I would maybe go Boar, Gorgon, Gamma Core, Angstrom, Anku, because I don't care about the melees. Anku is like Ricochet, but I don't remember it being amazing or anything, but I could be wrong on that. So I'll do that order there. Get some good stuff. Reaper, right? Vendetta, Primary Blight, Secondary Shiver. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. So that is the regular circuit, everybody. Okay, I accidentally clicked in there. That is the regular circuit for Steel Path weapons, not the regular circuit. I'm bad at speaking. Now let's go to the regular circuit, though. Now? Okay. So we have Ash, Frost, and Nyx. A whole bunch of frames that I don't quite remember how annoying they are to get. I believe Frost is pretty easy overall. I think Nyx is maybe a little annoying. Either way, Frost is from Lech Krill and Vor Assassinations, Exta Ceres, so if you don't have all of that unlocked, definitely worth picking up Frost from here. Ash is definitely way more annoying, so yeah, it's more recommended to farm Ash from here, let's be honest. Ash is currently a Railjack Warframe. You can farm Ash on Neptune, Proxima Defense, Survival, Volatiles, Pluto, and Venus. Survival, A-drop rotation, you can do it fast Volatiles, Exterminates, Defenses, Survivals, right? It just might take a while. If you don't have Ash unlocked, it is recommended that you probably grab it quickly from the circuit if you can. But hey, it's up to you. Last but not least is Nyx. Okay, so a little annoying. Nyx's component blueprints can be obtained from defeating Forrid on assassination missions that appear during an infested invasion. If you're trying to get Nyx quickly for any reason, grab Nyx. If you're trying to get Ash for any reason, grab Ash. Frost is the easiest to obtain in general, but yeah, it's kind of up to you on this one. Whichever one you need. Go from there, okay? If I choose Ash this week, you just get a bunch of loot for Ash, right? Pretty simple stuff there. So go with the one you always need. It's just Frost is easy, Nyx is a bit annoying, and Ash is a pain in the butt. So yeah, it's kind of up to you, everybody. Let's take a quick look at Nightwave to see if we get some good loot. And as always, if you want to support the channel, remember to like the video, comment down below, and check out any of the other social medias. Sometimes I run Twitch reruns on my main Twitch. I have my 24/7 Twitch running Warframe right now. Maybe I'll have other stuff, or maybe I'll swap it around. I don't know. I'm kind of a mess like that. So the weeklies aren't too bad. Sell any item in your inventory, kill gas with enemies, dailies, kill enemy with mercy kill. Okay. Continuing, we have open lockers, complete sabotage missions. Weeklies are kill enemies on steel path, easy. Collect different types of resources, easy. Kill Eximus units, missions, and enemies. Nice, I'm almost maxed out on all of this. So I'm getting pretty close there. If we take a look at all of the credit offerings, mods, sprint boost, rejuvenation, meh, infested impotence, meh, physique, whatever, holstered amp, and pistol scavenger, nothing amazing. Precision strike for the Tonkor, probably a little better, but you know, I don't use the Tonkor. On headshot ammo efficiency, interesting enough for the Grakata. Volt recharge barrier, very good overall if you use it. Rumblers rumbled on Atlas, okay, and then Singularity on Nyx. Always grab these if you can. It's just if you feel like using it for the Warframe, essentially, but grab them if you can, because easier to grab them there than like elsewhere, to my knowledge, because it's much easier grabbing these with like Nora's mix volume than spending daily standing, but it's really up to you, right? Grab them if you can, don't if you can't afford it, right? These are all cosmetics, really. Right? So grab any of these if you so choose. They're just pretty cosmetics, so there's nothing overly to think about. They're all decent enough helmets if you like them, and then like a handful of skins. So it's not really too bad. Next up is miscellaneous. This is where we have all the interesting stuff. Ceramic dagger blueprint, awesome. Always grab that if you can, because you need that standing. It's still a decent enough weapon, I think, for a puncture weapon, so like melee dowdy weapon and stuff. It's just, I think it's not really much of a stat stick anymore, so it's less popular. Jaw swords recommended for mastery rank only. Wolf beacon if you want to fight the wolf, but right now there's the wolf sledge alert, so you can fight the wolf from there. Might be able to get some cosmetics, but you at least get a guaranteed wolf sledge. Always I grab Oricon catalyst and reactors here if I have leftover Nora mix volume loot. And then all the cosmetics, purely cosmetics. It's up to you to farm them if you want them, and up to you to not farm them if you don't want them, right? Pretty simple. Now, let's take a look. Oh, talk to Eleanor. Now, let's take a look at the Warframe 1999 weeklies. Hey, it's Kaya's birthday. Sweet. Well, okay. Skaldra troops with melee weapons. Do melee. Skaldra on the survival, okay? Oh, not bad. You got a Crimson Archon shard. I'll take it. Shock and Awe, kill Skaldra troops with abilities. Okay, I always use Protea for this. Dante, really whatever packs a punch and kills things easily. I'm on Steel Path, but you can do it on normal as well. Thick Skin, Armor, Ability Strength, I'd probably choose that one. Or Gas, Status Chance of primary and secondary weapons. Actually, all are decent. I'd still do power gains, though. Oh, Exilus Warframe Adapter, Primary Arcane Adapter. Grab the Exilus Warframe Adapter, because Primary Arcane Adapters are very easy to obtain. Now, destroy containers. You can use Dante or any AoE like Limbo for this one to destroy containers if you need. Makes it easier. Do a survival or two. Sorry, not a survival. Do an exterminator or two, because you just run through it, and ally breaking crates helps, so just do that. Next, we have the big prize for arcanes, melee arcanes, all good. Hit and split. Critical melee, it's chance to increase enemy attack movement speed for 10 seconds. Combo multiplier, increased chance of enemies being susceptible to finishers after a melee hit. And then magnetic stats effect, also pulling enemies 1 meter per stack. I mean, if you like magnetic finishers, I would just do this one, the crit one. They're all pretty whatever anyways. If you like any of these playstyles, pick them. That's really up to you. Now, Letty's birthday. Next, we have kill enemies with abilities. Again, Dante, Protea, whatever you like to kill enemies with abilities, run a survival. Or a couple exterminates, but probably a survival. One of these fabulous winners will soon be available. I would probably choose the build Forma, but if you plan on doing resource farming, choose the resources, right? Simple. Next up, we have kill enemies, do a survival, do the tech rod, and just kill them fast. Increase energy restoration by 2 seconds. I like that, but choose yourself. Magazine capacity and pick up range. I choose that one. It just makes it easier so I don't run out of energy, you know? Exilus Warframe adapter. I'd pick that over the Endo instantly. Yay. It's Minerva's birthday. And then we have kill Tekrot with abilities again. So fire maybe, Protea, Tekrot, Dante, whatever you like. And lastly, Omniforma Blueprint or Kuva. I would choose the Omniforma Blueprint, even if you don't plan to use it. It's just good to have it. They're expensive to build, so. Yep, those are Warframe 1999 weeklies, everybody. Now let's go over to Bird 3 Elite Deep Archimedea over in, it's not Mars, geez, it's Deimos Sanctum Anatomica. Then we'll check out Teshin, then we'll check out Acrithis, and then we'll finish it off with the Elite Temporal Archimedea. So yeah, appreciate everyone being here. Remember, use Epic Games creator code Pupsker if you use the Epic Games Store and want to support the channel. Continuing on, we have Where's Bird 3 with the shiny treasure of a Crimson Archon shard. Okay, we got a yellow and a red. Got some reds elsewhere too. Not too bad, not too bad. So we're always pretty fast with these because there's no point in taking a long look. Individual parameters all there. Ability overload, ability open with rift. Okay, not bad. Hypersensitive, negative status fact is triple. That sucks. Transference into operator and drifter is blocked. Sucks a ton. Lose 2 health when moving. Jumping pauses the effect. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Okay, I got a yawn, a little tuckered. Glyph inflation. Nice. Entanglement and alluring arachnids. Okay, none of these are actually terrible. Twice as many phosphine glyphs to activate sucks a bit, but whatever. Rogue arachnids, check. They pull Warframe swords. Yeah, those aren't terrible, actually. Unified purpose, that sucks. Enemies can target and destroy conduits. That's a pain. Rogue, Colorvan's equipped weapons, deal 5x damage to Overguard Necromax. It's a bit of a pain. Guardian Xmas units can encounter, including Guardian Xmas Necromax. Yeah, a bit of a pain, but nothing like terrible. Life support tower delivery, disabled, spawn every 90, drop 6 life support. Yeah, okay, that one's rough, but it can be overcome. Allies 4 meters of slain enemies gain fire rate, cost negative 50 ammo efficiency. Okay, all enemies have overguard equal to 50% of the max health. Okay, enemies are pretty tanky, but like these don't seem terrible overall. So yeah, honestly, like not bad. I would say it's not actually too terrible. Elite Deep Archimedea is usually easier though. Elite Temporal Archimedea is really the rough one right now, so kind of makes sense if Elite Deep Archimedea is going to now be the easier version of the Elite end game weeklies, if you will. Continuing on, we'll quickly take a look at Teshin to see if he has his Umbra Forma this week, and then we'll go to Acrithis because we can always fast travel right from the Strata Relay, so it doesn't really make much of a difference. And then we can quickly take a look at Elite Temporal Archimedea anyways, so yeah, we'll quickly say hi to Teshin. What's up? Conclave, Steel Path of Honors. It is a pretty boring week of Veiled Cipher and Endo. It's still a lot of Endo, it's 30,000, but it's nothing like game-changing. You know, some Veiled Riven Ciphers, so yeah, pretty boring week at Teshin, not much to say. Grab it if you need it, don't if you don't need it, but it's really just pretty boring stuff, right? Like definitely very boring stuff. Now, Zariman Dormazone, that is where Acrithis is once you complete Duviri Paradox and everything. In case you don't know how that unlocks, so you don't necessarily have to do it later, but you can do it a little earlier. Duviri is still kind of a pain in the butt, so have fun with that one. Take some time, but I enjoyed it. Now, Acrithis over here is a very fast shop as well. Just gotta browse those wares. Oh, an Exilus Warframe adapter. Another good item to get here. They're pretty easy to get, and you don't need a ton of them, to be fair. Melee, pistol, companion Riven mods. Oh my, okay, it's Riven time for her. And then she has a bunch of some daily loot, weekly Kuva, nothing huge, Shotgun Vendetta. But Acrithis is always packing some loot, so yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Continuing on, not going to any of these other spots. We're just gonna check out we're just going to check out Temporal Archimedea, the one in the Warframe 1999 Hallvania Mall. It's a pretty fast thing to check out, same as like Elite Deep Archimedea. It doesn't take a ton of time to like quickly go over here, especially because I'm already in there. And boom, fast load times. So, Kaya Velasco.
Deep dive into causality?
Hell yeah, I am. Temporal Archimedea. This is my personal loadout for the week. I'm probably going to choose Gyre, maybe even Trinity so I don't die. So, abbreviated ability, sucks, ability durations halved. Using ability opens a void rift nearby, also a pain. Gear cannot be used. Shit, you cannot use on-call crew. This is actually really hard this week. Minus 50 melee combo chance. Huge pain, these are going to be hard. Legasite Harvest, this shouldn't be terrible. 2 Legasites spawn each round and twice as many capture needed for success. That's going to take a while. Luckily, I do have some decent loot. Not bad. Okay, so for the defense, drones fly above flare, spraying them with ephedron gas. That one sucks. Try to throw on the heals. Enemy health slowly regenerates. Also terrible. All enemies have overguard equal to 50% of their health. Okay, choose a ton of damage. That sucks. Sealed Armor. Enemies take 95% less damage from non-weak point hits. Use a headshot weak point build. Enemies' guns launch large, slow-moving orbs instead of their usual ordnance. Try to avoid those. They do large damage. When killed, Skuldra Truth drop artillery beacons that summon bombardments. Yeah, just stay away from everyone. Jesus, this is a rough week. Holy hell, dude. Yeah, we might get our ass kicked a little bit. Try to choose invincible-ass Warframes. I might choose Trinity just to be nice. It should make it easier to survive the defense. As for these things, the Temporal Archimedea like items for the defense, use the burgers. They heal the defense target. Okay, it is crucial. And then for all of the other ones, just choose ones that you think are really good. Weak point kills generate null star. That'll help on the defense one, right? Only knives, melee, right? There's a lot to pick, but it's always up to you. It doesn't matter a ton. Just choose however you like to build. So yeah, hope the weekly reset video helped this week, everybody. It's just a normal week in Warframe, but there is a lot of general free loot. So again, I hope it did help. Thank you for being here, subbing, liking, checking out all the socials. I will see you next time. Cheers.